Hello everyone, and this is Devabrata here. So, in your previous class, we had discussed the application of integrals from class 12, and in the today's class, we will cover here the permutation and combination from class 11. So, the topics include here the fundamental principle of counting, permutation, conditional permutation, circular permutation, and rank in a dictionary, combinations, conditional combinations, arrangement in groups, and dearrangement, the application of permutation and combination in geometry, and the total number of questions incoming from the JEE Main. There are 1 or 2 questions from this chapter, permutation and combination, and in the JEE Advanced, 1 questions are coming from this chapter. So let's get started. So first of all, we now discuss here the chapter summary in a nutshell. That the first of one, the product rule. The product rule says that if some operation A can be carried out in M ways and operation B can be carried out in N way, operation A carried out in M ways and the operation B N ways. So if a event X is decomposed into 2 stages A and B, then the event X occur, then the event X occurs in the M cross N ways. The M cross N ways. Next, the factorial. The factorial that the n factorial equal to 1, 2, 3, n minus 1 into n. This is defined n factorial, and 0 factorial is 1. Next, the permutation. So the permutation that the number of permutation of n distinct object taken are at the time, I just write the number of permutation of n distinct object taken are at the time at a time when the repetition is allowed. First of all, repetition is allowed. For the repetition is allowed, that would be the n to the power r. And the repetition is not allowed, then that would be the NPR. And the NPR means n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Okay. And the next one, the NPR means the NPR that is equal to n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus r plus 2 into n minus r plus 1. Okay. Now the conditional permutation. Number 4, conditional permutation. Conditional permutation means that number of permutation when r object taken from n distinct object, when one particular object is always present. This is the conditional permutation. First of one, when one particular object is always present. That would be what? That this would be r into n minus 1 p r minus 1. And when one particular object is never present. Next, when one particular object is never present. For that case, it would be what? N minus 1 PR. Next, permutation of object when some of them are similar. Suppose there are n object in which p objects are one type, p are one type, and the q another type, and r object are of the third type. R object are the third type. For that case, the number of permutation that, just a minute, the number of permutation that would be what? The x equal to n factorial divided by p factorial, q factorial, and r factorial. Next, the circular permutation. The circular permutation means if clockwise and anti-clockwise order are different, then n minus 1 factorial. This is case 1. A, if the clockwise and anti-clockwise orders are different, then the permutation would be n minus 1 factorial. Next, if clockwise and anti-clockwise orders are taken as not different, if clockwise and anti-clockwise orders are taken orders are taken as not different. For that case, that would be n minus 1 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Okay. Next. Number of circular permutation of n different things taken are at a time. That the number of circular permutation of n different things taken are at a time. So here two cases, if clockwise and anti-clockwise order are different. First of one, if the clockwise and anti-clockwise are different, then that would be what? NPR divided by R. And when the number 2, clockwise and anti-clockwise are taken as not different, that would be what? NPR divided by 2R. Okay. Next, the combination. Combination means that number of combination when R object is chosen from N object. I just write the number of combination when R object is chosen from N object. So it would be what? The NCR. And NCR, that would be the n factorial divided by r factorial n minus r factorial. And this would be that n into n minus 1, n minus 2 dot dot the n minus r plus 1 divided by 1, 2, 3 dot dot r. Okay. And combination of r object from n is same as combination of n minus r object from n. That important properties that NCR equal to NC n minus r. NCR equal to NC n minus r. Next, the important identities. So important identities first of one, that the NC r minus 1 plus NCR, that would be n plus 1 CR. Next, NCR equal to NCS, that implies R equal to S or r plus s is equal to n. And last one, the NCR equal to n minus r plus 1, n minus r plus 1 divided by r, n c r minus 1. Okay. NCR equal to n minus r plus 1 divided by r, n c r minus 1. Next, very important properties. These are the number 10. The number of combination of n distinct objects taken are at a time when k particular object. I just write that the number of combination of n distinct object taken are at a time taken are at a time when k particular objects that would be what? Case 1 always occur. For always occur, that would be n minus k c r minus k. Okay. And the never occur, and for the never occur, that would be what? The n minus k cr. These two conditions. Next, the number of ways, very important property. The number of ways of selecting one or more object out of n distinct object, out of n distinct object, that would be what? 2 to the power n minus 1. Okay, 2 to the power n minus 1. Next, go ahead. The number of combination, the number of combination the number of combination of p plus q plus r object in which p one kind, q second kind, and the r third kind. That would be what? Now that would be equal to p plus 1 into q plus 1 into r plus 1 minus 1. Okay. Next, combination of the combination of p plus q plus r plus t objects we have t distinct object, p like object one kind, q second kind, and r third kind. Same. Then the number of way of selecting P one kind, Q second kind, and the R third time. Next, then the number of ways of selecting one or more object from this object means P plus Q plus R plus T from this object, that would be equal to P plus 1 into Q plus 1 into R plus 1 2 to the power T minus 1. Okay, this is the combination. Next, division into groups. Division into groups. The number of ways in which n distinct objects can be split into 3 groups containing respectively R, S, T object. Okay, n distinct object. N distinct object. N distinct object. And the 3 groups. 3 groups means the R, S and T. Okay. And the condition, the R plus S plus T equal to N. Each case 1, when the R, S and the T are distinct, that would be what? The NCR N minus R CS and the N minus R minus S CT. This is equal to N factorial R factorial S factorial and the T factorial. And case number 2, when the special case R equal to S equal to T, that would be what? Now that would be CR factorial, put this value, divide by C factorial into R factorial cube when R equal to S equal to T. Next, case number 3, number of non-negative integral solution. The number of non-negative integral solutions of what? x1 plus x2 plus dot 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 xr. This is equal to n is equal to what? N minus r minus 1 c r minus 1. Okay. Next, last one, the number of positive integral solution positive integral solution number of positive integral solutions is equal to what? N minus R C R minus 1. N minus R C R minus 1. Good. So now we just cover here our chapter summary in a nutshell. Now we just switch in our lecture to problem discussion part. So first one is coming from the JEE Advanced 2024 recent type question. It says that a group of 9 students S1, S2, S9 is to be divided to form 3 terms x, y, z of sizes 2, 3 and 4 respectively. Suppose that S1 cannot be selected for the terms x and S2 cannot be selected for the term y. Then the number of ways to form such term is what? This is JEE Advanced 2024 NAT type question, numerical answer type. NAT is very dangerous because you have to solve more preciously. Try yourself and feedback me with the answer. So here 9 student S1, S2, S3 S9. 9 student S1, S2 S9. Okay. 3 terms divided 3 terms, that x, y and the z. Terms means here the teams. Okay. 3 teams means team X, that 2 student, team Y 3 student and the team Z 4 student. Okay. So now let A, that is equal to set of cases the set of cases when the S1 is belongs to capital X, and the B, the set of cases when the S2 belongs to Y. Okay. So now according to the question we have to find the n of A complement intersection B complement. This is equal to what? Total minus n of A union B. Okay. N of A complement intersection B complement, this is equal to total minus n of A union B. So this would be what? The total as it is minus n of A union B means n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Put all this value here. Total means what? Total 9 students. So 9 factorial. Simple. Divided 2, 3, 4 teams. So 2 factorials, 3 factorials and the 4 factorials. This is the beauty of the permutation and combination. Minus n of a means a means the 8 factorials divide by 1 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial plus n of b means 8 factorial divide by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 4 factorial, and last one the n of a intersection b means 7 factorial divide by 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 4 factorial. Okay, so let us calculate all this value in the get virtual calculator, which is given in your JEE Advanced question paper or CBT computer test. That would be 665, means the 665. So our numerical answer would be 665. 665. This would be our answer. Next question. This is another recent type questions coming in JEE Main 2023, saying that the value of 1 divided by 1 factorial 50 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial 48 factorial plus dot 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 1 by 51 factorial 1 factorial is what? JEE Main 2023 1st February, first paper. So let us calculate. So we have given that 1 divided by 1 factorial 50 factorial plus 1 divided by 3 factorial 48 factorial plus 1 divided by 5 factorial 46 factorial plus dot dot plus 1 by 49 factorial 2 factorial plus 1 by 51 factorial, okay, and the 1 factorial. So let us calculate. That is equal to 1 by 1 factorial 50 factorial as it is, 1 by 3 factorial 48 factorial, 1 by 5 factorial 46 factorial plus dot dot plus 1 by 49 factorial 2 factorial as it is, but here the one thing is that 1 divided by 51 factorial 0 factorial, because h 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay, 1 factorial is equal to 1, 1 factorial is equal to 1, and 0 factorial is equal to 1. That means 1 factorial equal to 1 equal to 0 factorial. So put 1 factorial in terms of 0 factorial. Okay. So now that is equal to 1 by 51 factorial is common here, and within the bracket that the 51 factorial divided by 1 factorial 50 factorial plus 51 factorial divided by 3 factorial 48 factorial plus 51 factorial divided by 5 factorial 46 factorial plus dot 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 plus. That would be what? 51 factorial, because 1 by 51 factorial is common here. So 49 factorial 2 factorial as it is plus 51 factorial divided by 51 factorial 0 factorial. So this is equal to 1 by 51 factorial, and within the bracket that would be what? You calculate and give me the answer. n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, the NCR means n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So that would be 51C1. Okay, next 51C3 plus last term. What it should be done? That the 51C51, just put the relation that the NCR equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So here it would be what? That is equal to 1 by 51 factorial and within the bracket 2 to the power 51 divided by 2, because we have the relation that NC1 plus NC3 plus dot dot plus NCN, this is equal to 2 to the power n divided by 2. Okay, 2 to the power n divided by 2. So this is equal to 2 to the power 50 divided by 51 factorial, and I just give you one more approach. This is the shortcut method. This is the more technical general solution, and we just give you the another shortcut method. So the answer would be 2 to the power 50 divided by 51 factorial, means C would be the correct. 2 to the power 50 divided by 51 factorial. Next, the shortcut method. See, the shortcut method, that because in JEE Advanced the time is more consuming. Shortcut method. This is the method 2, that 1 by 1 factorial 50 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial 48 factorial plus 1 by 5 factorial 46 factorial plus dot dot plus 1 by what? 51 factorial 1 factorial. 51 factorial 1 factorial. Just calculate. 1 by 51 factorial is common, so here would be 2 to the power 51 divided by 2. So after calculation it would be 2 to the power 50 divided by 51 factorial. So option C would be the correct. Next, go ahead. Our next problem. Question number 3, very important questions, that the JEE Main 2024 31st January paper 1, that this is another, and the previous question is MCQ. This question is from the MCQ, mind it. MCQ, multiple and the next one, this is for the NAT, numerical answer type question. Okay, this is the NAT, numerical answer type question. He says that the total number of hours with or without meaning that can be formed out of the letter of the word distribution distribution taken 4 at a time is equal to what? JEE Main 2024 recent type question, very important. I read out one more time that the total number of words that can be formed out of the letters of the word distribution taken 4 at a time is equal to what? So here the important thing is that the distribution means the Bantwara distribution distribution. So here in this word 3 times I, 2 times T, 1 times D, 1 times S, 1 times R, 1 times B, 1 times U. 1 times U means U is 1. U letter is in the word distribution is 1. Okay. 1 times O and the 1 times N. So the number of word taken 4 at time number of word taken 4 at time, that is what? 4 case. This is the case and this is the number of word. We just draw a table. This is the number of word and this is a case. Case means all are different. The first case, all are different. All are different. So all are different what? 9 letter taken from 4, 9C4. All are difference mean 4 factorial. Simple. 9C4 into 4 factorial. This would be what? This would be the 3024. Next case, 1 pair, 2 different. Very important questions. 1 pair plus 2 different. different. 1 pair, 2 different. So 1 pair means 2C1 into 2 difference means into 8C2 into 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Understand? 2C1 into 8C2 into 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So this would be 672. Next case, case number 3, that 2 pairs. 2 pairs means the 2C2 into 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Calculate 2C2 into 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. This would be the 6. Next, the last case, 1 triplet. 1 triplet means the triple form plus 1 different. 1 triplet plus 1 difference, total 4. Okay, these are the case. So 1 triplet, 1C1 into 8C1, total 8 letter. Okay, and 1 different. For the different, that the 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial. Okay. So after calculation, you would get this result. That's the 32. So you have to find the total sum. So total, just add sum, you would get that 3734. That is 3734. So in the net type question, you have to write the answer 3734. So 3734 would be our correct answer. Next, go ahead. Question number 4. Another recent type of question, very important, coming in 2023 main and 2021 main. Coming the same question twice. If this height AB, BC and CA of triangle ABC have 3, 5 and 6 interior points respectively, then the total number of triangles that can be constructed using this point as vertex is equal to what? MCQ type question from the JEE Main Mathematics. Try yourself first. Here, the total number of triangles, that this is triangles, okay, ABC. So here the 3, here the 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total would be what? Simple. The combination, that CC1, simple, 5C1, 6C1 plus CC2, 5C1, CC2, 6C1 plus 5C2, CC1 plus 5C2, 6C1, 6C2, CC1, 6C2, 5C1. Okay, I write you because see here 3 points, 3, 5, 6 interior points. So 3 points in one line, 5 and 6 1. So we multiply 3C1, 5C1, 6C1, one page. Next, 3 point from 2, because here also 3, here also 3, here also 3, CC2, and 5, here also 1, 5C1. This is the combination. Okay, so calculate. So it would be 90, that is the 15. Here it will be the 18. This is the 30. Next 60. Then 45. After that 75. Sum of all this value, that would be the 333. 333. Here option D would be the correct. 333. Okay. Last question. Very important. The JEE Advanced 2021. This is a question of MSQ. Multiple select questions, very dangerous, because one or more option are be the correct and there are no partial marking. You have to choose and match all the option into the questions, and you have to try all the option. The question says that let S1 that ijk such that ijk belongs to 1, 2, 3 dot 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 10. This is a set of the natural numbers, and the S2 be the ij such that 1 less than equal to I less than j plus 2 less than equal to 10, that ij belongs to 1, 2, 3 dot 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 10. This is another set, and the set 3, that S3, that ijkl, this is the first one, triplet, this is the pair, this is the fourthlet, means quadlet, fourth one, that the 1 less than equal to I less than j less than k less than l, where the ijkl belongs to 1, 2, 3 dot 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 10, and the S4, the another set S4, that the ijkl is such that the ijk and l are the distinct element in the set the 1, 2, 3 dot 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 the 10. Okay, this is the fourth set, and if the total number of elements in the set is r, is nr is given, where the r is 1, 2, 3, 4, then which one of the following statement is or are true? N1 is 1000, N2 44, N3 220, N4 by 12 equal to 420. Which R option should be the correct? Is or are? So 1 or 4 answer should be the correct. Be careful and let's start to solve it. First try yourself for your better concept and clarification. So here see the number of elements in S1, number of elements in S1 is what? That the 10 into 10 into 10, okay, 1000. So the number of element in S2, number of element in S2, that the 9, okay. So j equal to 8 plus 8 j equal to 7 plus 7 j equal to 6 plus 6 j equal to 5 plus 5 j equal to 4, okay, plus 4 j equal to 3. This is the combination, or we permute this condition S1, S2, S3 and S4 in this term, total 44. So 4 into j equal to 3 plus 3 into j equal to 2 plus 2 into j equal to 1. This is the total sum 44, okay. So here number of element in S3, number of element in S3 is what? 10C4, this is the 210, and you have to find the number of element in S4. Now number of element in the S4. This is what? 10C4 into 4 factorial. This is equal to 210 into 4 factorial. And after calculation, it would become 5040. Now, it is given that the N4 divided by 12. This is what? N4 means the S4 number of element. 5040 divided by 12. This would be what? 420 means the 420. Okay. So match in the option. First of one, N1 is 100 is also correct here. Okay, N1 is 100. Next, N2 is 44. This is 44. B would be correct. Next, N3 is 220. This is not correct because here we just get 210. Okay, C would not be correct. And the N4 by 12, that the 420. D, it would be the correct. So here A, B and the D, 3 options are the correct. A, B and the D. There are no partial marking, and if you have done the 3 options A, B and D, you would get the full marks. So let us we now cover 5 important questions from the JEE Main and the Advanced Mathematics, and for your better concept, practice and the clarification, I usually give you the another 5 important questions coming in the JEE Main and Advanced. You just pause this video and take a screenshot quickly. First of one is coming from the JEE Main 2024. Second is from the Main 2023. First two is MCQ. First two are MCQ. And the third one, NAT JEE Main 2023. And the fourth one, MCQ 2023. Fifth one, the MCQ 2019. These are the 5 important questions. You just solve and mail. And I think you, after doing this 5 and the 5 solved and 5 unsolved homework problem, you will be able to do all over the questions coming from the chapter Permutation and Combination. And so now go ahead, our contact part, that you just solve this homework, and if anyone needs this file like the study material of my YouTube lecture, just mail without no hesitation with this ID, that the cat Schrödinger's 1935 at the gmail.com. This is basically Schrödinger's cat, a experiment in advanced quantum mechanics physics conducted by 1935. So one more thing is that we have another few topic remains, that just a minute, we just conclude. We remains a few topics. Suppose that the sequences and series, straight lines, conic section, statistics, logarithms, differential equation, vector algebra, three-dimensional geometry. These 7 or 8 topics even remains, so you just cover here 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, so be motivated and try yourself to do this problem. And the last but not the least, thank you very much. Stay well and happy. Have a good day.